Okay, so we're going to get into the basics of planning a virtual conference. It is really very, very similar to what you've done already if you've planned an in-person conference. So let me just kind of share my screen and we'll go through some of these basics. So first and foremost, you need to outline your objectives, right? You need to decide what is this conference, what is the purpose of this conference? Is this training? Is this networking? Is this for continuing education credits? Is this just a series of webinars? What is your conference and what do you need to get out of it? So you need to outline those. You need to allocate and define your resources. Your resources include not only budget and monetary financial expenses and your dollars that you can spend, but it also is your people resources, right? A lot of organizations run solely on volunteers. So you really need to figure out how many people you have to help you run your event and plan it as well. Are you going to get a committee together to help organize and orchestrate and take on some of the planning burden? So I will share my screen again. Here is a budget template that I created for you. You're welcome. I already put in some formulas here. So it's very simple. Again, almost all the aspects are the same as they are in person. You just might not have as much food and beverage costs to allocate. So this is in the files at the section, I'm sorry, the session, and you can just plug them in. So let's say you have, you spend $500 here, you need some additional internet bandwidth, you need to maybe rent a laptop. Oops, that's not free. Maybe you need to hire your friends because you can't do this on your own. You always want to have an estimated number that you can work off of and strive for. And then you also obviously you need to put in your actual numbers here. So anyway, at the end of this, the formulas will calculate themselves and you will get a number. So this is a resource for you and you can utilize it however you want. So the next thing, what we've got next. Okay, we're going to create an agenda. And that also helps with number 2, which is defining your value of your conference. So is your conference 5 days? Is it 1 day? Is it just a webinar? Do you have networking opportunities built in? What is the value? Here at the national conference, we have decided to allow everybody who participates, all attendees, to have access on demand for all of these sessions, all 70 plus. That is an incredible value. And we rolled that into the cost of the conference, right? Because there's so many other virtual meetings and everybody is vying for your time and your participants. So make sure you also do your homework and see who else is out there, who's your competition, and what are they charging for their registration and what is the value that they're providing for their conference. Then you'll select your theme after you set your registration fees. You'll select your theme and that helps create cohesion with all of your content, right? So if your theme is about post-pandemic, if your theme is nature journaling, whatever that is, make sure that that speaks loud and clear with your presenters and your marketing. So this part here is really important, right? The difference, I believe, between a webinar or a series of webinars and an actual virtual conference are these additional fun opportunities, networking opportunities, and inserting breaks and other fun stuff that also drives the increased value for your conference. So here at the national conference, you know that we have several optional evening events. They're meant to be fun. They're meant to bring you together and talk in small groups. We chose our platform because we wanted to have one-on-one meetings. We wanted you to have the opportunities to find your friends and schedule something during a break and get caught up. We wanted the opportunities to have some roundtable discussions, panels. So these fun networking events, breaks, people are zoomed out. So take that into consideration while you are planning your event. And we have at National Conference, we have a little Zen garden, which is really just short videos where you can just go and chill out, right? Watch a waterfall, maybe do a little yoga, get a stretch here and there. Those are also added values. They're fun things, and that's what makes it a virtual conference and not just a series of lectures. You will want to create a marketing plan. Create your marketing plan. That is incredibly helpful for you to stay on track. It obviously gives you the opportunity to reach some of the fun things that you will be doing at your conference, whether it's keynotes or evening events or other things. Then you'll want to invite your speakers, of course, and send out registration information. And for the love, please actually use your marketing plan. Obviously, it's going to be a little flexible. Things change, but definitely things like when registration closes, you're going to want to make sure you put some messaging out for that. Collaborate and exchange information with other people. It is a lot more difficult planning a virtual conference because chances are then that means that you and your team are also virtual and not in an office together. So you will miss out on the hallway talk, the water cooler talk, hearing something, from another conversation, and then you have the opportunity to run in and get updated on something. That is not the case if everybody's working remotely. So make sure that you are constantly in contact with your committee, with your volunteers, with your presenters, and with anybody else on your staff that is helping you plan. Making sure you set expectations for your presenters. Let them know what platform they will be using. Let them know if they will be running the show all by themselves and clicking all the buttons by themselves. If it's going to be live, if it's going to be pre-recorded. Make sure that you set those expectations with your presenters. When presentations are due, anything like that. And then rehearse. Again, just like in person, you want to rehearse. Sometimes even with pre-recorded sessions, you're going to have to watch them and re-record. Sometimes the internet connection goes in and out. You'll definitely want to make sure that your microphone is turned on. Maybe you need to purchase a light, right, to put some forward light on your face so that people can see you. Double check and triple check your tech. Try to stay on time. People's time are valuable. They're double dutying just because they're going to a virtual conference. A lot of times you understand that they have to check into the office or respond to emails or multitask, or maybe they've got kids at home. So stay on your allotted time, and that will certainly help your attendees manage theirs as well. Take time to have fun and be very flexible with yourself. This is not a perfect format, right? We have not been doing virtual conferences and meetings for years like we have in person. So be gentle and kind with yourself. If something doesn't work out, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. But again, that helps with your rehearsing, right? And pre-planning. But take time to be kind to yourself and to have fun. And then you will enjoy your conference.